Good morning, everybody. It's Dr. Brian. Happy Saturday, happy morning, afternoon, or evening, depending upon where you are in the world. So I'll get started in just a moment. All right, we're going to get started in just a moment. It is 7:59 Pacific time. And it is 8 o'clock on the dot. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everybody, wherever you are. Thank you for joining me. Today, we're going to explore mental fitness coaching and what that is and how it may benefit you in your life and your goals as you move along to 2024. So many people set those New Year's goals and already may have gotten stuck or frustrated. Let's say you haven't set those goals, or you have and you're making great progress. I'm going to share with you a tool that has benefited me and my clients, and I am positive will benefit you. So, we're going to do three things today. We're going to explore what is mental fitness coaching, how can it benefit you or your family, and what you want is most important. So go ahead and post in the comments if you have questions as we're moving along. And if you're watching the recording, go ahead and drop me an email. You can go to mentalfitnesscoach.now.site and take a look at the coaching offer. Yes, I'm going to come right out and let you know, of course, there will be a coaching offer here. I've made it easily affordable for almost any budget. So let's jump in and talk about what is mental fitness and why may it benefit you. So, in its essence, mental fitness, started by Dr. Shirzad Chamine at Stanford University, has 25 years of research and factor analysis proof that the process works. So, simply put, mental fitness is your capacity to respond to life's challenges with a positive rather than negative mindset. When you get through this process, we're going to talk about emotional saboteurs as we go through the morning. You will take an emotional saboteur quiz. I will go over those results with you directly. And overall, those saboteurs, which we'll be discussing, impact how we approach our life's challenges, our daily outlook, our emotional well-being. So the impact of mental fitness, you get to be your best self, peak performance, your best consistently, peace of mind and wellness, peace of mind, calm approach, positive outlook, solving problems clear-headed, and better personal and business relationships in your life. So the research includes hundreds of CEOs, Stanford students, world-class athletes, and more now, 500,000 participants from 50 countries. So lots of data to back that up. Let's talk about those emotional saboteurs. So emotional saboteurs, those little critics. Right now, your critic or judge, which is the overriding emotional saboteur, is saying, why are you spending time on this? Oh, you're going to try something new. It's not going to work. That judge is that negative critic that sits on your shoulder and makes it very difficult to move forward, to focus on how you can solve an issue, stop the same processes or negative events that may occur to you or happen to you over and over and over. So I'd like you to think hard about what happened in 2023. Where were you stuck? What goals do you have in 2024 that were frankly the same as in 2023? Are you having the same issues, conflicts, arguments with your significant other, friends, business associates? Do you start and stop projects? Do you sometimes enroll in a process and then don't follow through, yet you paid for that program? So let's talk for a minute about these emotional saboteurs. There are 10. The controller. The controller. Oh, my microphone's not perfect. Oh, I'm not wearing the perfect outfit. Oh, the kitchen isn't set up exactly how I want. People aren't reacting the way I need them to at work or at home. That is the controller. The hyperachiever. You set high goals. Things need to be perfect. You have an expectation of how you want things to occur or the outcomes you want. And when they don't happen, what happens? You experience increased anxiety, tension, frustration, anger, and it keeps happening over and over and over. So what mental fitness helps us do is reduce the impact of these saboteurs so that you react to events, interactions, relationships with a optimism, a clear-headed path. You respond to things with empathy, with curiosity, with what can be the best outcome, with a question of what gift is this challenge giving me right now? And so when we stay in our emotional saboteur mode, we stay in survival mode. We're operating on a day-to-day basis with anxiety, tension, frustration, anger, and that's added stress to your outcomes, to your relationships, to your daily life. It becomes a struggle to just keep moving forward day to day rather than responding with optimism, curiosity, empathy towards yourself and others to reduce the impact. Other saboteurs that we all have, everybody has these saboteurs. The question is, what are your top ones? Which ones impact you? And so the rest, so we talked about controller, hyperachiever, restless. Restless, you're fidgeting, you're not satisfied. It's hard to focus in the moment. You're looking to the next thing. Can you stay focused? Can you look in the present moment and be focused on the communication you're having, the process you're working through, the activity you're doing? When we're restless on a consistent basis, we don't enjoy our kids' soccer game or baseball game or art project. We're not present moment in our relationships, and we can appear distant or critical or not engaged. 3 to 4 minutes of a focused conversation with your spouse or significant other feels more powerful than if you spend multiple hours and you're not focused. The stickler. The stickler really combines with the hyperachiever and the controller. The stickler is it needs to be done my specific way, the way I want it done, the way I want it organized, the way it should be. And when we get into shoulda, coulda, woulda, that critic weighs us down. The judge takes over and overwhelms, and again, stops us from enjoying the moment, getting enjoyment out of cooking a meal, getting enjoyment out of setting things up for an invite, going to a networking event. The stickler gets in the way of that enjoyment. In my process, the pleaser played a key role. So when I took the Saboteur quiz at the beginning, before I went through the program I'm going to ask you to join, my pleaser said, put other people's needs ahead of mine. Do not share what you expect when you're interacting with people. The pleaser, you put other people's needs ahead. And then what happens? You don't state what you want. And later on, when you ask people for something and they don't comply, your anger, frustration, anxiety, and tension increases. It really interferes with relationships. It interferes with work processes. You're putting other people's needs ahead of yours. So how do we reduce the pleaser? Simply by stating expectations. I wonder if I do this for you, can you do this for me? Another way of stating things is just to state your expectations. I wonder if we can do this together. What if we handle the problem this way? That way, you're not being walked over. Your needs aren't being put aside, and you will grow in confidence and performance. The hypervigilant is where anger and anxiety really take over. The hypervigilant is not only do it my way, not only do I want this outcome, the hypervigilant imposes those values and control issues on others. You appear critical, distant, hard to communicate with, never being satisfied or happy. The avoider. The avoider, if this turns out to be one of your high scores, let's combine things. Well, first, the avoider is obvious. You put things off. Procrastination, tension rises, anxiety rises. It becomes harder to complete things because when you then go tackle the problem or the issue or the communication, it becomes a bigger mushroom cloud of danger. So mental fitness will teach you to reduce that avoider, handle the problem straightforward, go for it, state your needs, reduce the pleaser, make your needs known, and more often than not, people will meet you more than halfway. You'll become happier, they'll become happier. When you state expectations, when you let your needs or wants known, people respond to them and you have a back and forth communication. But more importantly, you yourself will grow in confidence. Hardest one, the victim. Woe is me. Victim role is when it all starts rolling downhill, and you know what I mean. Some of us get trapped in these situations where the same thing keeps happening over and over and over, and we're unhappy with that. Victim role is when you know what rolls downhill, we do this sometimes. And I want you, when it's rolling downhill, 2, step aside, let it fall, take a look and say, how do we handle this? Talk to the most important people in your life and say, what can I do to resolve this with you? If it's just your personal stuff, what do you need to do? This is the beauty of mental fitness. It will teach you to ask simple questions to yourself. What's the best way to resolve this situation? How can I best move forward? What options do I have? How can I look at this situation in a clear mind without judgment, without control, without criticism, and start to solve it? Your life will get better quickly, instantly. The beauty of mental fitness is when you start practicing, we call them PQ reps, positive quotient reps, you will begin to feel better when you start taking more control of your mental process. Mental fitness teaches us how do we become better at emotional mastery. One of my favorite phrases, quotes, mantras to the clients I serve in therapy and in coaching and in leadership training. Your emotions are temporary. Your emotions will pass through you. You are not your emotions. You are you. Mental fitness will help get you to be the best version of yourself, to get back to that creative, powerful, impactful, positive person you were before. When we get stuck in negative emotions, it overwhelms and it colors and covers every interaction we have. We only have brief moments of pleasure. So I'm asking you to challenge yourself. What would it be like if day to day you experienced more pleasure, more optimism, better problem solving skills? I guarantee your life will be better off. Some of you right now are using the hyper rational. Oh, is this emotional jumbo? Is this emotional pablum? No. With the hyper rational, when you use it, logic does serve its purpose. However, when we're stuck in hyper rational, we miss the connection. And one of the things impacting all of us today is lack of connection. It's important to get out there and meet new people, network, even if it's over Zoom, connect. We're all craving more connection, more sense of belonging, more sense of how I can impact my life in a better, opportunistic way, in a more positive, optimized way. So many of you, I'm already getting a lot of questions. What is meant by mindset? Well, let's define that. Your mindset is the template for what you experience. Your mindset can be focused on the negative side: problems, blame, worry, anxiety, fear. When we shift out of saboteur thinking and into sage thinking through mental fitness coaching, we begin to look at opportunities. We use innovation, empathy, brainstorming, problem solving, communication to solve issues, to solve problems, to move ourselves forward. So simply put, when we focus on problems, you see more problems. You're on to the next thing. One of the puzzling things for me, I love sports. I'm sure many of you watching love sports. What do reporters do when a team wins a championship game or just a playoff game or the Super Bowl or the championship? The favorite question reporters have is, what's next? What are you going to do with the draft or the team or whatever? Always focusing on the next thing. I love it when Pete Carroll says, I'm going to enjoy the moment. I'm going to let myself and my family ride the wave of success. Enjoy what we've worked on for the last year. Are you getting enjoyment out of what you do on a daily basis? Do you pat yourself on the back? Do you focus on what's going well? Or are you on to the next thing, the next problem, the next challenge, not getting enjoyment out of your daily life? Amazing things begin to happen when you have an attitude and a mindset of optimism, innovation, creativity, empathy toward yourself and others. So you have a mindset that can focus on problems and see more problems, or focus on outcomes and you see more possibilities. So I'm asking you to take a leap. Jump in with me with mental fitness coaching. Go to mentalfitnesscoach.now.site. Pick a door, make a decision rather than be paralyzed by emotional saboteurs. Pick the option of solutions and optimism. And Winston Churchill said, if you're going through hell, keep going. Our emotional saboteurs keep us trapped. We stay in misery. We stay stuck. It's problem after problem after problem. It's the same issue recurring over and over and over. So we snap out of that through mental fitness coaching. You do not have to have a lifestyle of recurring issues with the same solutions. Life will constantly throw curveballs. Mental fitness doesn't eliminate that. Mental fitness rewires your mindset, your attitude into optimism and solutions. One of my favorite parts of mental fitness coaching when I went through it was we were asked to pick a childhood picture of ourselves and reminder of our original essence when we were, as a kid, perhaps at our best, to look at our uniqueness, to look at our optimism. So I'm sure if you look at this picture, first thing I remember when I saw this is curiosity. I was always asking questions. I was always looking forward to what's the next best thing that could happen. Mental fitness will help you tap into your positive essence, your creativity, your greatness, whatever that greatness is, and bring it back out in you as an adult. So today, look for an old picture of yourself and ask yourself, what was true then that's not happening now? What are the positive traits I remember about myself as a younger self that I can re-implement and re-tap into? Mental fitness provides the opportunity for you to get unstuck from life's tough spots, to get traction to move forward, to overcome challenges, to reduce the negativity of those emotional saboteurs, to have better communication, to experience the possibility and the real opportunity to enjoy relationships, communicate better, reduce the critic, the hypervigilant, the judge, use the saboteurs for their strengths, get out of survival mode, move forward. So the opportunity, mental fitness coach now.site. Let me show you what it is that I'm offering you. Before I do that, again, I went through the 8-week program and then enrolled to get certified as a positive intelligence coach. I'm offering you the opportunity to use my combined experience as a psychologist, therapist, speaker, and trainer over the last 30 years to help you become the best version of yourself, to become happier and more optimistic. So when you go to mentalfitnesscoach.now.site, you will see this opportunity. Jumpstart yourself now and unlock your potential, elevating your success. What will you get? I'm going to help you provide your mental fitness map to boost performance, achieve weight loss if that's one of your goals. But I want you to write down what goals you have. What do you want to achieve? What do you want to accomplish? What we're talking about is changing your wiring. Get out of that negativity and that weight of the emotional saboteurs. So, what do you get? 12 weeks of coaching. You're going to be in a group with others. You get once a month individual coaching from me, and I'll let you look at the details here. I'm asking you to take the leap to enroll. If you pay in full, I'm offering you 15 weeks. So, not 12 weeks. You will get 15 weeks of coaching. If you pay in full, I'm giving you a discount of $1,200. If you need it, $1,597, $159 a month payments. And I'm going to make a guarantee. When you enroll in the program, I guarantee, money back guarantee, after 2 weeks, if you're not feeling more energy, if you're not experiencing more optimism, if you're not experiencing less stress, I will refund your money. I'm asking you to take a challenge for yourself. Now, here's what will occur. When you enroll in this program, you get the Positive Intelligence app. Over the next 8 weeks, 4 times a day, for 2 minutes, you will go through practicing reducing the impact of your emotional saboteurs. Once a week, we'll be in a group coaching on Zoom, private, of course, with a group of people where you're going through the same process. We will go through each of the saboteurs and explore how to reduce their impact. The people I've coached and over 500,000 others have experienced almost within the first week an immediate positive, optimistic outlook, an immediate reduction of stress, frustration. So I'm offering you the opportunity, 2 weeks, money back guaranteed, if you do the reps every day. So here's how the program works. You download the app on your phone. You will practice 4 times a day for 2 minutes. 4 times a day for 2 minutes. You can take a quick break in your busy schedule and do the Positive Intelligence reps. You'll meet with me once a week. Then, after the 8-week program, you will be enrolled in Grow and will practice to ingrain the habits that you choose, that you want to optimize. What goals do you have? My objective is to help you find the solutions that work best to accomplish your goals. So you can message me the goals. And again, when you enroll in the program, $10 payments of $159 or $1,200 upfront, I will refund your money. And again, I'm offering you a New Year's discount, $1,200 if you pay upfront. Now, I will reimburse you if after 2 weeks you're not feeling different, more optimistic, more energy, better communication. Break free from self-sabotage. Stop repeating the same mistakes or conflicts over and over and over. Watch what happens when you are able to shift your mindset and the people around you notice that change. There's a universal law in with human beings. When you change how you act and communicate with others, they are forced to change how they deal with you. So when you become more positive, more optimistic, when you make clear-headed decisions, the people around you will begin doing the same thing. So if you have questions on the website, mentalfitnesscoach.now.site, you can book an appointment with me and I'd be happy to answer any questions you have. Or of course, DM me on Facebook, LinkedIn, or Instagram. So thank you for taking the time today. I'm asking you to take a challenge. Break free of emotional saboteurs and let's unlock the potential that you have to be your best self. And you will notice a difference in 2 weeks. So come along with a 12-week journey. I can't wait to interact with you, coach you, or answer your questions. So jump right in. Thank you for your time. Have a wonderful Saturday.